Howdy, Possum Patty and the Soggy Bottom Bunch. Oh, they're starting to get buried in a pile of scraps over here. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, Pixie says, leave the scraps. Okay, Pixie, here's your scrap back. She wants to put some of that gold sparkle in her little journal. No problem, Pixie. I'll leave it right there, but some of this stuff is going to have to go pretty soon. Well, another no stress November journal sesh, yes. And this sesh started with, coming in after washing the dishes like yesterday and putting some hand cream on. And I'm sitting here and I'm going like this, like, what should I put in the journal today? And I grabbed my phone and I'm scrolling through, looking at some of the photos. Let's see what happened in October. And nothing popped out at me. So I went to the organizer that's over there, and the top drawer says photos. And I opened it up and I peeked inside, and sitting right on the top was this little baggie of old photos. And baby Possum with his baseball bat. That's a plastic bat. Yes. And then there's a ballpark down at Pompano Beach in Florida, baby Possum with his little Yankees cap on. And I'm thinking, Yankees, World Series, October, yes. And baby Possum when he was like in middle school at his little, like little league game. And I must have pulled these out and put them together because I wanted to put them in an October journal. Baseball. That to me, October means baseball, World Series, all that. Well, besides when baseball starts in the spring. And I was like, I just picked them up. I picked them up and I put them on the table and I went back out to the kitchen and made a cup of tea. So I went into the closet and I found this. Looky. This is in the pack of paper that I got from, say it with me, flea market. Yes. Such a variety of paper. Somebody said, Possum Patty, you've got a paper for everything. Well, I did get a giant bag of paper from the flea market. Good price for all of it, yes. Quite a variety of things. And baseball diamond. So this could be a background. I want to make a journaling card. I could journal right on there. I don't know. I'm going to do something. Maybe I do want a pocket because I want to put these photos in there. Yes. I don't want to put them back in the drawer for another journal. I want to get them into a journal. I don't know quite sure how I'm going to do this. But I always think like I have to put the photo on a journaling card and then journal. I don't always think about just having a space to put some photos in. So you just take them out and look at the photos. But you know what? This one I pulled out of an album because it's got that sticky stuff. Those old albums you used to have where you put the pictures in and it was like a tacky and then you cover it with some plastic. And then years go by and you want to pull them out and it's hard to pull them out and the sticky stuff stays on the back. Yeah, that's what this one's from. These don't have it though. No, just this one. So I might want to put something on the back of this one. And if you notice here, he's got a broken arm. Yes, I'll tell you that story. I'll tell you that story. Okay, so what am I going to do? I don't know. Because it's no stress. But we'll figure something out. So come on along. And here's the journal, open to yesterday's page, busting the stash a little bit, pulling out things that have been sitting around for a long time. And now I need a place to put my baseball diamond and figure out what I'm going to do. Now here's a pocket. Here's a pocket. Here's a small page. Here's a big page. Can I cut this down to cover this page? How would I do this? Let's see. I've got those pictures. I've got these pictures. I want to journal about them. Well, I can make this a pocket. Right? Put pictures here, make this a pocket, put something on that side, something on that side. Do journaling over here. Now I could tell a baseball story. I could tell a broken arm story. Oh, the broken arm story. The story of the broken arm. Yes, baby possum was 4 years old. So this happened 40 years ago, right? 40 years ago, but I remember the day. You don't forget these things, do you? No. Poor baby possum with a broken arm. Well, let's see. We're in the dining room, and I'm sitting in a chair at the table. And I was having a discussion with baby possum's dad, my ex, right? So the ex is opposite me, and he's sort of leaning up against the wall. And he had his arms folded like this, right? So he's over there like this, and I'm over here at the table, and we're talking. Now, between us, over here, is the door to the kitchen. Well, baby possum, coming out of the kitchen, saw his dad standing there like this, right? And decides that he's going to run into the dining room, because he's 4, right? And jump up into his father's arms. Well, the father's standing like this, and here comes baby possum, and he jumps up in front of his dad. His dad does not put his arms out to catch him. His dad keeps his arms folded like this, and baby possum flies through the air, boom, lands on the floor. Hurt his arm. Poor thing. And this was in the evening. And I'm like, I think his arm is broken. I think his arm is broken. It was at a weird angle. There's something wrong. I think it's broken. And he wasn't really crying a lot or complaining a whole lot. And everybody's telling me, well, it can't be broken because he's not screaming his head off, I guess. I don't know. So I'm like, he broke his arm. I know he broke his arm. I used to be an EMT in an ambulance, and I said, I think he broke his arm. So I took him to the emergency room in the morning, right? Because he didn't want to go, and everybody's telling me his arm's not broken because he's not screaming his head off, and I'm like, But by morning, I'm like, no, that doesn't look good. That is not right. That is not right. So I took him to the emergency room in the morning, and the doctors are looking at it, and they're like, no, that's not broken. And, they're being very relaxed about the whole thing, And I'm like, it's broken. It's broken. I know it's broken. So finally, after like hours, they sent him for an x-ray. I had to convince them that this kid needed an x-ray, right? So they sent him in for an x-ray. The x-ray came back, broken, right? His arm is broken. And I was like, got to get this fixed. And they're like, well, we have to call the orthopedic guy in. So now it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. So he broke it the night before. It's 2:30 the next day. Nothing's been done yet, right? But the kid is quite a trooper. Yeah, he's quite a trooper. He's just hanging in there. If you hear some banging on the door behind you, that's Stinky Winky. Ignore that. I'll open it in a minute. And, so finally, he gets a cast on his arm and we go home. I know. Poor thing. Broken arm. And he had just started taking piano lessons, and he wouldn't play the piano, never went back to playing the piano, no. But as you can see in the picture, He picked up his little plastic baseball bat. What a trooper. I can tell a story about 2024 World Series. Now this is Baby Possum, and he's wearing a New York Yankees cap because Mama Possum, Mama Possum is a native New Yorker, and yepers, Yankees. Yankees, yay! And the Yankees were in the World Series this year. Very disappointed. They lost game 1. They lost game 2. They lost game 3. And I'm thinking, oh boy. And then we get to game 4. Yay! They win 11-4. And I have all these high hopes. Yes, yes, go Yankees, go. Game 5. It was a must win for the Yankees. And they lost 7-6. Oh my gosh, so close, this far away from going on with this series. So close, so close. Oh well, they've won so many World Series. But it's always exciting to see them in a World Series. Now, Baby Possum here is standing in the Pompano Beach Municipal Stadium. And this is probably like 1983, maybe. And it used to be the spring training home for the Texas Rangers. Now, we were visiting my sister who lived in Pompano Beach at the time, and I decided to take Baby Possum over to watch the baseball game. So these are the Texas Rangers. And I forget who they were playing, and I can't read what it says on the shirt there. Was it the Braves? Might have been the Braves. Okay. And yeah, this is a very historical picture, and I didn't realize it, but they tore this stadium down in like 2008 or something. So this stadium is no longer there. Yes. So here we have a bit of history. This stadium is no longer there. Baby Possum at the spring training for the Texas Rangers in Pompano Beach, Florida. And this is just Baby Possum playing Little League. Yeah, playing Little League baseball there. Okay. I don't know how much I'll get in there tonight, but let's just work on this. Yes. Should I go with this space here? I still need to figure out what to do, but maybe the first thing that I'm going to do is just cut this down to cover this page. I could, and I did this in the other journal. Do you remember? Where the whole picture goes down, but then you cut it and part of the picture becomes a pocket. I did that in my other journal. I could do that here. We can try that. Okay. This journal is so big. I know. So big, so big. Can't get it under the camera. Okay. Now, if I cut here like that, and then I glue this part down, and I glue this part, and I glue that part, then this will be a tuck. And I've got these to use for some journaling cards. Is this big enough for that picture? Or I could back this with something else and write on it, couldn't I? That might look good on there. Trim that up a little bit. Maybe I can put, just a little scrap of some kind of paper and write on here what this is. And just fix that on the back and put that in the pocket. Yes, I'm trying to do something a little different here. No pressure, no stress, just playing with ideas. Okay, so now what I need to do, let's glue the background down and then work on everything else. So before I glue this down, I need to cut that. I am going to try to do a good job with this utility knife. Did you hear Mr. Possum yawn? Oh, this is funny. He could not believe that you guys can actually hear him yawn. So I had to play a video for him. Yes, I had to play a video for him of him yawning. And I played the one where I had the hippopotamus yawning. I don't think he was impressed. No, I don't think he was impressed at all. Oh, but speaking of Mr. Possum, yes, he is making progress. He is making progress on my vacuum cleaner. Yes, he had taken it all apart and he was watching YouTube. And then he took the rolly brush thing off and he found that one side was broken, so the roller wasn't turning. So we're thinking that maybe because the roller was jammed and wouldn't turn, that burned out the motor. So he was trying to test the motor, the electric motor, and see if that was still good. It tested out like it was still good. So he just took it all apart and cleaned it all up. I think all the rubber from the belt that burned out, the belt is still sitting here, was all in the motor and everything. So he got the motor all cleaned up and tested it, and the motor is working, but the roller part is jammed, right? So we ordered a new roller part. And he's like, he said, the part's not going to come until November 20th. He said, is that okay? I'm like, heck yeah. Don't worry about it, I said. If I absolutely need to, I've got my little electric broom and I can sweep with that. Well, that came out kind of fuzzy, didn't it? Mm-hmm. That came out kind of fuzzy. Well, if you're an awesome possum peep and you watch all my videos, because, my stories sort of carry over from one video to the next. Yes. Like a mini series, right? Well, a while back, not that long ago, but a while back, I had uploaded a video. And by mistake, oh, there's the clock. Ooh, say it with me. The morning dove o'clock. I had uploaded a video. By mistake, 2 files had almost the same exact name. And I actually uploaded the file that wasn't edited instead of the finished, video. Okay, I got to do my little intro and I got to do my little ending, And I was laughing and it's like, oh my gosh, I had to watch it because what if Mr. Possum walked by in his underwear? And people thought that was really funny, right? Mr. Possum walking by in his underwear. And I'd have to edit that out. And this wasn't edited. So, actually in one of my shorts, and I'm not going to tell you which one, you're going to have to go and see for yourself. In one of my hashtag shorts, I've made like a dozen of them recently. Yes, Mr. Possum walks by in his underwear, and I did not take it out. So if you want to see that, yes, you're going to have to carefully watch and rewatch a whole bunch of little shorts because I'm not telling you which one he did it in. But when you figure it out, you can put it in the comments below. Doesn't have to be this video. It could be any video that you happen to be watching after you figure out which short it was. All right, we need tacky glue. And the tacky glue is going to go all over the top and down the bottom and up the side. And yes, over here too. There's a lot of glue on there. I just need to spread some out towards the edge. Of course, I went off the paper over here. We'll put that on top. Put that on top. Had to let Stinky out. She wanted to continue her walkabout, her evening walkabout. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I had this idea that if I took the ribbon and wrapped it around this part of the journal, like this, yeah, keep that part over there. How's that? Oh, that is so much better. That is so much better. Okay, well, that's done. Next. I wish I had more of this. Oh, black and white stars. Do I have black and white stars somewhere? Black background, a red background. I want to change this. Or maybe add something to make it a pocket too. Something to go along with the greens and tans, or black and white and red. All right, I'm gonna have to go look around. I decided I was gonna go with some red, white, and blue because that is the color of the Yankees logo. And I just printed this out with my Canon Mini Ivy printer. So handy for journaling. I know I'm using old photos, but I'm going to put that right there and then go with some red, white, and blue over here. I'm going to make this a pocket for something. I'm going to make that a pocket for something, but I wanted to get rid of that purple. And I wanted it red, white, and blue. And this is paper that I got, say it with me, from the flea market. Bo Bunny, called Anthem. Very patriotic. Got stamps there. Got blue. That's a pretty blue. And look at these little journaling card cut apart thingies. It's sort of red, white, and blue, but I know it's got a lot of that tan in there. But see, that tan kind of goes with the tan over here, right? Absolutely no green, but that's okay. We're getting away from the green by adding this little sticker here. I don't want to add it in as a square, though. Am I going to ruin it if I do this? Let me try. Cut around a little bit. I think the scissors need to be sharpened. I cut terrible. Try the big scissors. A little better. I am not good with circles, but we know it, oops, we know it will be just possum perfect. See, this is what happens. I go close in one place and then I'll go back and like, well, I'll just bring this in a little closer and I'll just bring that in a little closer, and before you know it, there's nothing left. All right, we're going to stop right there. Stop. Ta-da! Oh, this is too funny. Yes, I was just thinking of something. A helicopter just went by, and I was thinking about yesterday's page and the little alien that I put on the back of the journaling card. And I was talking about the congressional hearing on UFOs. Well, apparently they had it, and somebody was testifying. I'm sorry, I didn't write down the name, that the US government has in its possession technology that is not from this country, nor is it from any other country in the world, and they are reverse engineering it. So what do you think of that? So this guy is telling Congress that the United States is in possession of alien technology. And that happened at the same time that I was putting that little alien spaceship in my journal. I'm going to put Yankees right up there. I know it's a little wonky. That's okay. Best I can do. No stress. No stress. Now, I think these pictures will go in here because it's at a baseball park. It's not the Yankees park, but he's wearing a Yankees cap. Well, I could journal about the World Series like right on here, couldn't I? And then I can journal about Baby Possum's visit to the Texas Rangers. And then I might trim this just a little bit. And maybe I'll put the picture on the outside of the pocket and journal on something on the inside. Okay, so got a lot to do here. This is like a multiple page thing. So maybe it will not get done tonight because this is No Stress November. And the Morning Dove sang way back at the beginning of the sesh. All right, so this side is going to be the pocket side. Wait, am I doing it right? Yeah. I try to remember to put my thumb on the side that's going to be the opening for the pocket so that when I put the glue down, I'm putting it down on the right, on the correct sides. Okay, so see that I turn it over and put this here for now. And this side, now I could make a double pocket, but I'm not going to. A single pocket is fine because this journal is chunky enough. And we'll just glue this down. I should probably take these out until I'm finished. Let's be safe. And move those pictures till I'm done. I feel like I want to round these corners and put a thumb notch right there. But so that it goes through both sides, I don't know if I can do that. Will it cut through all that paper? Shall we try anyway? Ta-da! Ta-da! All right. There's my pocket. And all I have to do is put down the picture of Baby Possum. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. That's better. He's nice and centered now. Ooh, maybe I'll round the corners on this too. When I finish this journal, I'll probably have to give this table another good cleaning off and get ready for the next journal. I didn't cover this up. I think you're supposed to cover it up when you're not using it. I'm going to center it under the thumb hole. I don't know if the thumb hole is centered, but that's where I'm putting the picture. Oh, and he's wearing blue shorts with red trim and a blue shirt. It matches the background, yes. I'm so happy to be making progress on these baseball pages. Yepers, these pictures have been sitting over there for quite a while. Now, I go through my box of photos and I grab some and I put them right there in the drawer so I can take them out and use them for journaling. You know, they're handy. I could reach right over there and get them. So, but they've been there for a couple of years. Yeah, a couple of years. I still have to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story of the broken arm. Yes, I'm going to tell the story of the broken arm. I'm going to tell the story of the World Series. And I'm going to tell the story of Pompano Beach Stadium. That's no longer there. Yeah. So that's a lot of stories. Yeah. So I have to do some writing. And and this picture. Now I'm thinking for this picture, I might trim him out a little bit and put him right here on the baseball diamond. Right there. Wouldn't that be fun? Just have all kinds of things here. And I could put some stories in the pocket. And I could put some stories in the tuck. And put that there. Oh, and while I have the red, white, and blue out, yes, I have an idea for the page next to it. I have an idea for this page over here. I know it's got a beautiful gravestone rubbing on it, but I might leave that. But maybe I'll decorate the other side of this page. Let me show you. It's white. This side. I really don't want to cover this up. But I can put things in the pocket and I can decorate that side. I have an idea. Whoops. I have an idea for that too. Yeah, so like I said, my stories just go from one video to another, yes. Like a soap opera, right? To be continued tomorrow. Oh, and I had one more story too. Ooh. Well, you all have to come back again tomorrow. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.